of the innings.
First ball of the innings was
Was a boundary.
Yes. David Warner of Siraj.
well done.
Now,
Started with a boundary, ended with one.
handshakes have started, by the way.
Oh.
That's going to be the big news today.
No, maybe the support staff just doesn't come out only for handshakes.
No, why?
Sometimes they
No,
can
they
choose.
will, they will.
See, they don't have to always come out, na support staff.
No, it's
They
like,
have to.
it's a gentleman's game.
Players. oh.
Dada is out. No, abhi to they are congratulating each
That's
other.
James Hope's, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Praveen Amre, Ajit Agarkar.
Arey, we don't want to know everyone.
I thought only 2 or 3 of the members come out, and not all.
No, everyone.
Everyone comes
This is
out.
IPL.
Hey, there's something.
Arey, don't worry. They will show. Trust me.
They're also waiting for them to come closer.
They will show. Today
They will?
they will. Oh, Delhi Capitals have. Oh,
Yeah.
I thought they'll search somewhere
Not
around.
No.
Achha, KKR they have a better run rate.
Delhi had minus 0.8. With this win, they have come to minus 0.53.
Where is RCB, by the way?
Fifth.
Minus 0.21. Oh, there it is.
Aja, who should be chair for Harshit because his team has won?
Or
Or Siddharth,
who is happy?
who's happy
To see
despite
RCB
his.
lose, basically, he's not happy because DC they
But
won.
why is he happy? RCB is lost
That's
because
to ask
he picked RCB to win. So why will he be happy?
Yeah,
I'm vindicted. Now I can really go all out.
No, but RCB losing, so you had predicted them to win. So your prediction is wrong.
Yeah, I predicted RCB winning today. But
He has a different thing going in his head. He's
No.
saying, I've won the bigger thing here.
Which is?
Yeah, an argument which he shall present now.
Go ahead. Stage is yours.
so, if you look at it,
look at the camera.
so just can you go down for the Delhi Capitals batting? Okay. David Warner, 157. Phil Salt, 193. Mitchell Marsh, 152. And Riley Russo, 159.
And Akshar Patel.
Akshar Patel of 266. So if you look at all that,
What are these? These are not their total runs scored this season. What
strike rates. These are the strike rates. So this was supposed to be a very difficult Delhi wicket, right? And on a very, very difficult, on an unplayable Delhi wicket, what has Virat Kohli done? 55 of 46. So his template of taking it deep, I have to bat deep, it just proves one thing. He only plays for his form. He only plays for himself. Team doesn't matter. Proof is in the pudding. and I'll use Nikhil's word. I bet my bottom dollar that from IPL 2022 onwards, this has been the case. And this performance, losing to a Delhi Capitals team that is at the bottom, somehow you have come to number 9th. And vintage RCB on display today. Catches dropped. Bowling as usual for 15 years. Might not change, will never change. And now you've got a conundrum of only K and F. No G.
But you just discounted K also.
I've discounted K.
You've trashed K. So now why are you saying K and F?
That's the curse of being RCB.
Still, right at the start of this game, he said RCB. He's backing RCB to win.
Yeah.
I had backed them to be in the number 4, fourth team in the top 4. I still.
Oh, that's why you are backing them today.
Yeah.
But no, you're
Did he actually say that Virat Kohli bats only for
himself.
His
He
form.
said
He said his form.
For his form. Just to get back to
Are you
form.
quoting him somewhere? Are you quoting him somewhere?
That's okay. It's okay.
My friend Siddharth has said, putting the
my esteemed?
My friend.
esteemed colleague, Siddharth has said, no, but a point about his strike rate well taken. My question to you, Siddharth, is, by the way, he pointed about the strike rate fair to him in the mid innings. But why did you have to wait for the game to get over?
Exactly.
You should have, if you had an issue, you should have said at that time these exact words. This is a sign of, if you're going to war, you just go full on attacking. Not that, okay, I'll keep when you're fighting and the enemy is stronger, and you're saying, no, you're very good. When all his bullets run out, then you're saying, now I'm in it. This is being opportunistic.
I am not playing a war. It's like a game of chess. I wait for the right opening. And luckily today, Delhi Capitals,
So your opening is this.
Yes.
That you're waiting for them to fail. As soon as they failed, you said, I will come out and say this.
And failure not based on any kind of randomness. The facts are right there.
He's shooting off my shoulder.
He's not taken your name. You're not.
Mid innings, you said. Mid innings, he.
But mid innings.
Now, now he can. Now that he's got the result to back his arguments.
Okay.
Look at.
But I agree with him.
That's how I was going to say. Wait.
Although not.
No, I'm going to come to you. I am just reiterating what Siddharth has said. That this proves, after today's knock, is Siddharth's words, that Virat Kohli is only playing for himself, his form and his runs, and the team be damned. That is what Siddharth
I didn't use damned, but
same thing. That
whatever. I mean, whatever. I mean, yeah, you can interpret it in that way.
To help with the team be damned, or whatever happens.
Team is secondary, I said.
Team is secondary. Okay, whatever he said. So he's the priority for himself. Team is secondary. That's what he said.
And basically he said, myself is the case with Virat Kohli.
Okay. To paraphrase it.
Paraphrase it.
Okay, that's what he said. Now we will go around the room and everyone's opinion. Rahul, you had started. So.
No, I may not choose the exact same words, but I agree with Siddharth.
So what are the words you can choose? And tell us in the words
like
that you
you
want
said,
to tell us.
let the team be damned.
No, don't use those words. You use your words.
No, I said it in the mid innings also. You would remember in the mid innings, Virat came for that, what do you call that, Q&A with the commentators. And he said that during that innings, he and Faf du Plessis realized that it was a 160 wicket. And eventually they got 180 on the board. So they must have been really, really pleased. But maybe Harshit was right. Or RCB actually bowled very bad on this wicket, because Harshit was saying that maybe this could be a 200 sort of a wicket. Because the other guys who played, Faf du Plessis, Maipal Lomrod, they batted with a very good strike rate. And Virat Kohli, that logic, that template is now absolutely obsolete, where you tend to say or feel that, I have to bat deep. That's gone out of the window. Why? Because the professor of this university, that you have to bat deep, was Mahendra Singh Dhoni, and he has himself rejected this theory.
When did he reject it, by the way?
During this, he has not said in as many words, but he has criticized his batters for playing slow, and that is the reason why you see CSK batters, right from Devin Conway, Ruturaj, Shivam Dubey, even Ajinkya Rahane, they've been batting at a very, very high strike rate, so that the pressure on the middle order is, because you never know when the collapse will happen, and when it does, then you have nothing but to regret. So Virat Kohli, if he was playing on the same wicket, and even after, because with Lomrod, I think he had a 50-60 run, he should have been the aggressor. Runs should, and by the way, how many wickets were they down? They were eventually 181 for 4. There you go.
Okay, but you haven't answered the question. Do you agree, disagree with his assessment that he is playing for his own firm rather than the team? That one. You can use your words.
No, I'm sure. See, everybody would like to get runs. See, there you go. Virat Kohli and Saurav Ganguly have finally shook hands.
And
Oh,
also hugged in the next picture.
No, that's...
no, they're just
Moving on.
crossing each other.
Now go ahead, meet the other guys.
That is getting close to a hug. So next match, hopefully, if there is one.
I don't know. Today also, I don't know if you guys realized or it was just me. Today I thought that Virat seemed a little mellowed down. Maybe it is because of...
Yeah, I'll get to that. Answer the question.
I'm saying nobody, everybody would like to get runs in a winning cause. So I don't think that Virat...
In a losing cause.
Yeah, Virat would say, "Yaar, team हारती है तो हार जाए. I need to get my runs." It is just
So
that...
you don't agree with Siddharth?
To an extent, in fact, to a great extent, I agree, but may not be.
But
I'm saying to a great extent, I agree. That's what I'm saying.
that he plays for his form rather
Let
than the
team
team.
be damned may not be the case.
No. So, but he's playing for his form, is what you're saying, more than the team's
Not form,
interest.
runs.
For his runs.
Because see, what Siddharth is saying that he wants to get back into form. I am saying Virat knows how to get runs. It is just that he is.
So you're saying he's not thinking too much about the team, but he's thinking more about his runs. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
But I'm asking him, you have said more than
You've become a spokesperson.
No, because earlier Rahul explained what Siddharth wanted to say. So maybe Siddharth is not explaining what.
I may not agree with that.
But would you tell me what? That he's playing for the team. That you are.
Yeah, I'm saying for the team.
He's still playing for the team. It's just that his strike rate he's not been able to get to that strike.
Yeah.
Okay, he's trying but he cannot get to it.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That
okay.
he is not trying.
So he's not trying, then he's obviously playing for his form. Then
For his runs.
So that's what I'm asking, not for
But
the
he
team.
would prefer to get those runs in a winning cause.
Exactly. So what are you saying? That's what I'm saying. So he's not trying. One is he's trying. You're saying if he's not trying,
He is playing with a set template that I have to get runs.
so
whatever the
so
strike rate may be.
he's coming ahead of the team for himself.
Maybe yes.
Okay.
Maybe yes.
Okay. We'll all give our opinions, by the way. Harshit.
So I just checked the number I was wanting to put out. Of all the batters who got at least 20 runs today, Virat Kohli was the slowest. The numbers are there. Virat Kohli was the slowest with a strike rate of 119, and that tells a story. Every match, if he's one of those who's not striking the ball at that rate, I wouldn't like to believe that it holds or it augurs well for your team. I don't think it does put pressure on the others, though Virat Kohli has suggested something otherwise, and the team, because of who he is, may buy into that philosophy or may believe in that philosophy. Whether it brings them success or not, that is for RCB to decide. But
What are you saying? Is he?
Yeah, you
Is he-
are asking a very tricky
No, I will also everyone because he has said it in as many words. So I want to know everyone's opinion.
Nobody wants to get runs in a losing cause. Even
No,
you
but-
wouldn't want.
No, I don't want to, but I'm asking whether if for him right now, because Siddharth has leveled these charges against.
Cat is amongst the pigeons, isn't
against
it?
yeah. So now I want to know if everyone feels like that or people are opposing that no, he's wrong. I'm just asking. So what is it? For him, when you see it from the outside, is it his runs which are more important or the team's? What do you?
I don't think it's about runs for Virat Kohli. One, because the part where I disagree with Siddharth is I don't think he's looking to revive his form or anything. He already had 5 half centuries going into this match.
Okay.
He got his 6th. So I don't think he's stat padding here or he's going for.
So he's playing for the team.
He's playing
It's
for
just
the
that
team.
he's not been able to because you only pointed out his strike rate is the
Yes.
lowest. So he wants it to go higher, but he's not been able to take it.
No, I think he is okay with it. Because the person who wants his strike rate to be higher will play those shots also. Very calculated, very
So he's
low
okay
risk
with
shots.
it. Why?
Because I think, again, it's a philosophy he's put out. It's a philosophy RCB truly buy into or believe in as well. So he's okay operating at that strike rate, and so is his franchise okay with him batting at that strike rate. I am of that opinion.
Okay.
Because I would have said that he wants
So
a better
you're
strike
saying
rate.
he is playing for the team, but
Yes.
it's the team that wants him to bat like that. So there is no.
And he
issue.
too wants to bat like
Who
that.
decides that?
The team, the think tank.
No, but think tank, is Virat not part of that think tank?
So
Can
maybe
Virat
he's
not
also
say
described-
that no, I need to because I am the best batsman in this team. I am the most confident
No,
player. in
he
this
is saying that so let's say I'll just to stress on what he's saying. He's saying that you may be of the opinion right now that this template is outdated. He believes that RCB, not just Virat, RCB as such, still believe in this format, and everyone is okay with him playing that role.
But why don't?
And they think him playing that role is actually benefiting him, the team. So the question of him playing like this, and it's not a either or. So him playing like this does not impact his team. At least that's what their thought is, and they're okay. And the reason why he's saying that, and what is interesting is what Faf's come out and said, and I thought that in hindsight everyone's a bit wiser. Faf has come out and said in his post match that he still feels a bit of fun between the two Delhi walas. Yeah.
Not Akshar is of course not a Delhi guy. No, sir, not just Delhi guy.
Ishant and
Neither Kedar Jadhav.
Neither Kuldeep. Even Ripple's not from Delhi, no?
Oh, is that Virat?
Indian.
Yeah, but mostly it's Ishant and Virat.
Yep.
They're having no. So what he's come out and said, Faf, is that till 12th over they believe that 185 was a part of. Till 12th they believe. He feels that
As in,
12th of the second innings.
what has happened to
Yeah,
them?
he says that there was power. He just believes that Delhi batted exceptionally well on this track. For them, this was a part.
Which
Total.
they
You know
did.
what Faf has said?
I'm saying which is what.
Okay, no, we'll all. Go ahead. You think that no?
So, but again, let's not digress. We'll talk about the Delhi battles later.
No, because Harshit makes a point.
Sensitive point.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because Harshit makes a point that it's not that Virat is batting like that, so it doesn't have to be either or. Him batting like that does not necessarily mean that he's putting his runs or his form ahead of the team. Both are going together. He
Yes.
feels him batting like that is because the team wants him to bat like that. So both are actually going together.
It's aligned.
It's aligned.
It's
so,
aligned.
So there is
it
no
fits
either
into
or.
Virat's template, and it is the overall philosophy of the team.
That's
also.
his opinion.
That is Virat's template.
Whatever.
So he
It's
believes
not
that the
team.
So you were saying the team is just coming out and saying it. They
Virat-
don't really mean it because
Virat
Pap has said it.
Can always veto anything that is
No, but then he-
said in the dressing room, or that
Sure he can. Sure he
I
can.
seriously believe that.
But then Faf should have come out and said it. I'm only going to take Faf.
Faf is, I think, living in a parallel universe. Because at what point is he saying that, okay, at the 12th over, 185 was a part of
They
it?
were 126 by the
Yeah.
Look at the length
Even-
that the RCB bowlers were
I
bowling.
think that's an error of judgment for him to
Maybe.
even.
Just go on to the quote of what Faf has said,
And-
unless he meant 12th to the first over. So he says, there's Faf. He says, we thought we were pretty close to par. We thought 185 is a good score, but there was a little bit of dew in the second innings, which he then believes didn't go in his favor. But we have to give credit to their batters. They played really well. The pressure their batters put on the spinners led to some mistakes. We didn't maximum out our innings. At about 12 overs, we felt 185 was a par score. Now, I don't know what he means by
I
that.
think that's first inning.
He means the first innings, because look at the next line. Obviously, you like to have one of those big overs to take you to 200, which means he's talking about.
Maybe he's talking about. But even there, overall, he's still at this stage saying 185 is a good score for them.
No, but even
He
because.
feels that the bowlers gave away a bit more runs because there was dew.
No, but then there's a difference of 25 runs. And Virat Kohli had said that 160 looked like a par score for us. We still got an above par
Okay,
score.
maybe, but okay, Faf thinks 185 was a pass score, but they got it right.
Yeah.
So now he feels that they lost not so much because of that, the fact that they were below par. He feels he lost because, as he says, the batters batted really well and that there was dew. Right? That's his opinion, is what I'm saying right now.
Maybe it looks like RCB were really underestimating DC coming into this match.
Maybe.
Maybe that's why they thought 160 was a par total.
No, but he was talking about the pitch, so I'm a bit surprised. Or even if 185, it didn't look like that. It could still be possibly that they patted out of their skin. Maybe 185 was, and this was just that one day where Phil Salt decided to go berserk, and it can happen.
After he was fired up by apparent.
Yeah, we will get to that. But I haven't finished everyone's opinion. But that topic, your turn. What do you make of what Siddharth says?
Okay, to begin with, I'd like to have a look at what we've seen in the past few matches when it comes to the IPL. High scoring games, all these, and also these high scoring targets are being chased easily, with ease. Batters are coming in, bang, bang, and you don't even expect these totals to be chased, but it's happening. And that's why there's this need in today's day and age of IPL that we're looking at. You expect the opening pair to come in and give you the big start, the aggressive start. Of course, that's what I expected. But then quite clearly, Virat has come out and talked about how they were, navigating the whole situation, that Virat wanted to bat deep. But I still would want Virat to bat a little more aggressively, because you've got players behind you that are going to come in and they need to take responsibility as well.
So that's the situation now. But
that's
what
the
do you make
situation.
his approach this season? Has he put his form and his runs ahead of the team?
I think not, because first of all, it's not in the nature of his game, or as a person. That I don't think Virat is a very team player and wants to do well for the team. You can see it when he's on the field, and he'll give 110%, 120%. But a loss has also has to be team loss. I get it. Virat Kohli batted with a very slow strike rate, and I get all of that, but I don't think he was batting for his own form. I don't think Virat Kohli needs that validation.
Okay, fair enough, everyone. What I feel about the incident is that as you pointed out, that he needs to bat much quicker is a given. I don't think there'll be anybody who will now accept that at the strike rate that he batted was acceptable, especially with the way the second inning is panned out. We have the benefit of hindsight, so it's easier for us to say. Clearly, the game was lost there. Let's be honest, right?
Yes.
It was his inning, you lost the game, and you did not lose all your wickets, so you haven't really utilized your full batting order. So in which case, they should have got more runs. Maybe his batting like this was dictated by two things, maybe them misreading the pitch, and maybe the fact that the lower order till now hadn't done anything, precious little. In fact, Lomror, this has been an exceptional innings that he's played. Hardly had this kind of an inning. You had someone like an Anuj who was supposed to come. Anuj Rawat again hasn't had a great time. You had someone like Kedar Jadhav who's come into this IPL. We don't know whether he would have done any good as well. So in the situation where he is, also I can understand that with the batting order that they have. And remember, we are the ones who kept pointing out it's just KGF. So while he is batting, he has seen F and K.
When he's batting,
no,
F and M.
F and G. He has seen. K has seen G and F go out. Okay. So he has no option then to drop anchor at one situation. I think that's the condition that he is. I also feel that I disagree with Rahul on that I don't think he was ever capable of batting at that strike rate. Ever. I do not think that that's his game ever. The only time that he was batting at that strike rate was every time he would go past 60, 70 and then he would cover up for that strike rate, everything that he would hit. He has been never a guy from, let's say if he's open also, that he'll bat at 180 strike rate. Whether that is a disadvantage in his batting, that's another debate altogether. That yes, you can see it as that and say that maybe in today's day and age that doesn't work and we need someone who should be able to bat 180 strike rate. He's not that player. I don't think he's ever been that player. He plays very conventional cricket. Whether it's a disadvantage in today's T20 is another debate, which I said I have, and I'm happy to concede that if you feel that that's not good enough in today's day and age, then I agree. Then I'm with that, with all of you in agreement, then maybe he's not then suited to be playing because the game demands. But I don't think in any way, because you spoke about his form, in any way he's changed his game in the sense that, till now he was a Glenn Maxwell, and suddenly now he's decided to become somebody else because he's been going through a bad form or a bad phase or he needs to get some runs over. He was always like this. He looked outstanding in those IPLs because he got 18, 19.
Better than this.
No, yeah.
Yes.
He was better. You know when? Why? Because he would get those hundreds.
Now, so
and when he was about 60, 70, 80, then those last 20 would come in some.
No, but then that opens up
40, 40.
That opens up a new debate altogether. Then
Though, can I say one more thing? Just one more thing before I forget. Though I concede one thing, that while he was the same till his first 40 odd runs, that he was always, I did notice that when he was around 45, 46, 48, he did slow down to get to that 50. That I will concede. That at that stage, because there was a Lomror also who was trying to look for a boundary, I felt that when he was 46, 47, he shut shop in the sense where he thought that, okay, I will get to the 50. But I'm saying before that, like his first 40 also, because you pointed out, remember he was in, like there was a Faf batting at 140, but he was around 120. That I think is his game. He further slowed down in those last 4-5 to get to that 50, which I agree. That maybe that was on his mind and he was taking singles and Lomror kept attacking. That is something that he needs to look at. But overall, I never thought or he was ever that player who would, just put fear in the bowler's heart that he would get.
But then, what comes to my mind, it is actually a disadvantage then if you're RCB. So right now, and you're right, maybe he was never that dasher.
Yeah.
But it's the last 20 runs which would come in, let's say 4 balls, 3 balls at times, whatever, just dealing.
Yes.
Then Virat not being able to convert his 50s into bigger scores is actually something is worth talking about then, because that's not happening right now.
Not happening.
But
And when it doesn't happen, see what happens then with the score.
converting those 50s into hundreds, that happened only in one season.
No, I'm not even saying hundreds,
Still
even
get those
70s, 80s.
80s. And but that's also not happening which is right. Maybe that is something that you have to look at. Why? Maybe is it not happening that at one point he thinks he needs to anchor the inning. Maybe that Virat was different, who thought that okay, that Virat played like that not because he had to get to a score, but he played like that because maybe he took time getting used to the conditions of the bowling, and once he did, then he didn't care how much he ends up with, and he kept attacking because now I'm comfortable. You know, some people take that engine to get started, but once it started for him, he wouldn't stop. But now the problem is that once he's reached a stage where you think, oh, he spent enough time, now his engine must have warmed up, and now he'll attack everything, and that's not happening. Whether it's not happening because of the stage of his career he is in, not being able to do it, or he's decided consciously not to do it, I don't know.
See, from 15 to 19, okay, let's look at Virat's glory year of 2016. The strike rates that he operated with and the attacking intent that was there. Now, at that period, it wasn't 150, 180. It was about 140, 145-ish. But if you look at his overall IPL, it's 129. That's strike rate of his. So,
yeah, exactly.
It's 129, his overall strike rate in IPL.
In IPL history.
Yeah.
It's
So
129.
I'm saying he was never the guy, right?
But see, in those glory years, he would operate at 135, 145. There is still a big differential of 6 points if you look at it from 135 to 129.
Overall IPL is 129, then that's most of his seasons he's
Was
been
it
that,
not
right?
169 though?
No, just
No,
look at those strike rates.
129.49.
Yeah,
that
that's
season.
his career.
But-
so that's what I'm trying to say. Just look at that entire career. This season, by the way, is outstanding at 135.
Yeah. But again, look at what happened in 2022, 21, 20, 19. Look at the period from 15 to 19.
Yeah.
152, 141, 139. He was attacking. There was no slowing down. But it
that's your cherry picking.
No, I'm not cherry picking.
You are. You see, if there is 2016 where he's at 150, there's also 2017 where he's at 120.
Yes.
So then there is a period where he's 139, 141. Then he's another period where he's 121. So,
but only one period, one such period that we are looking at it. 2017, that was only lean patch he had from 15 to 19. Only lean patch.
Arey Baba, but 15 to 19 in 4 years, if there's one.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
So basically, we are trying to justify that what Virat is doing right now in terms of strike rate is still better than what he has done in the past.
No. Not saying that. I am saying, no, that point was made to say that he was never the guy. I'm not saying in fact, this season his strike rate is an issue. I'm sure he'll admit it.
I just want to say that if you are looking at that strike rate, okay, you can say that his years when he actually became the Virat Kohli could have started from 2014. Okay, we'll just see 2015 onwards.
Not
By
say
the
from
way,
14 onwards.
Okay, 14 onwards.
Yeah.
Okay, because okay, I'm saying his best years started say 2015, 2016. Okay.
Then again you see 2017.
Yeah.
So I'm saying he was.
What is his strike rate in 2016? 152. Okay.
But that's an anomaly. Very rare.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Okay.
right.
Let me get to 2015 onwards then. I'll keep that
Yeah.
2016 out then.
Okay.
2015, we are saying, that's how he has batted all through his life. 131 strike rate, 122, 139, 141, 121, 119. Now we can justify that strike rate whichever way we want to. That he starts a little slow to begin with, and then gets the momentum and increases.
See, also you gotta also
India, Nikhil, India didn't win a World Cup in all these years. Why?
Neither did RCB even make it to the knockouts.
RCB never won a World Cup.
I am
or
not justifying
an
his strike rate. I am not saying that his strike rate is not a problem. All I'm saying is that, the thing that you said, that he is now batting for his own form or his run vis-a-vis the team, that I would have said, let's say, if he was a Glenn Maxwell all his life, right? And suddenly I saw him bat like this. Or whatever, Chris Gayle or whatever.
Because
I'm saying then it would have been an issue. I'm saying he's always a batsman like that. Whether that is hurting, whether that was hurting
It has
RCB
changed.
earlier or now.
better than that.
It has
No,
changed.
His career strike rate, I'm just saying, career strike rate is 129. What is he batting
But
this
do we
season?
know
135?
how he batted all these
Baba,
all these
I'm
years?
saying, but we have to look at the numbers. It's very tough. I'm saying his career strike rate is at 129.
Which is
He's
not
at,
good.
Yeah, but okay, that I'm ready to have a debate. I'm saying career strike rate at 129. Right now at 135. All I'm saying is that he is batting just the way he used to. The few things that are not happening, few things. Maybe Maybe T20 has changed. Maybe that's an
Exactly.
argument. That I
it's
think-
not about a team.
Exactly.
England as a team, they
Sure,
have changed
sure.
the template.
Sure.
It's not. In fact, T20 itself has changed
Sure.
the template. And
That is
T20
fine.
T20 does not. T20 as a format does not want a format or a template like the one
Sure,
that Virat
sure.
Kohli is playing, and that is the reason. Is Virat there in the Indian team?
Yes, he is.
In the Indian team?
In the T20 team, no.
He is
Though
not.
officially they
Why?
have not said that.
No, officially as in
He's not been playing after the T20.
he
World
is
Cup.
not part of the Indian team. The last time we saw an Indian team play T20 cricket, he
Last
was
few
not
series
there.
he's not
He
there.
was not there. Why?
I mean, they've looked beyond the Rohit Sharmas, the Virat Kohlis,
Why?
the KL Rahul. Maybe they think that they need to change the way that they play their T20.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the messaging you're getting.
See, of course.
and, and
No doubt.
Hardik Pandya, who's been now the captain of the T20 side, has said it time and time again
But
that
how,
we're looking
how
at
is-
changing in
how is
template.
Hardik Pandya's team playing Gujarat Titans? How
No,
did
last-
Hardik
last
Pandya's
time- yeah, I
team won the
absolutely, I agree.
IPL season last time? Tell me how did
It
they
is
win?
that format. In fact, it is that template that Hardik Pandya himself had rejected in the T20 World Cup when he. I won't say accused, but he did complain to the senior players that you've been batting so slow and there's so much pressure on the middle order, and it's not that we can't deliver every day, every game. But in that game, the last to last game where he got that 59 or 53 or 55 balls, he lost that game, and he said that I didn't want to bat deep, or he said I also wanted to bat.
No, but good on his part, he admitted I was wrong.
Arey yaar, if everybody admits.
No, not everyone admits. Did we hear it from the big guns at the T20 World Cup? No, we were too slow and it's our mistake, and
Yeah.
No, nobody came and
Arey,
said.
everybody, we didn't bowl well. I remember that game, the last game against England, they said that we didn't bowl well. You had
But they didn't admit the real problem. Na?
No, that is the issue. Nobody will address. So Hardik Pandya that day also, he said that the blame lies on
me, yeah.
But he never said what the actual problem that in that game was. So
No,
nobody-
he said,
it is
I
admission
couldn't
on
hit
his
the ball.
part.
I should have finished.
I
it.
was not there in the rhythm. That is what he said.
yeah.
So, but things could have. He could have
But
thrown his wicket away.
what-
A lot of things could have happened.
The best we probably
Nobody
heard
will
that-
pinpoint the exact problem.
See,
Because-
my basic assumption.
No, everyone knew what the problem was at the World Cup. It was just never acknowledged, and nobody said
It
Hardik
was
Pandya.
the template. It was the issue.
Yeah, that's what
And I'm saying, Rohit Sharma has been very, very, very poor in this IPL. He's been very poor. But at least for that one game against
Delhi.
England, that semi-final, I will just give it to him. Even though there also he was very poor, but at least he tried. He was just not there. But unfortunately, there were other players who didn't even try.
Yeah.
They were ready to take those singles. They were ready to take those doubles because your
No,
score
but
will
that
inflate.
those 30 odd balls that he played also lost to
He
the
was
match.
miserable. No,
Rohit-
but he did try. He
But
miscued
I'm
so
saying-
he
yeah,
mistimed
did.
so many shots.
I agree, but at the
I'm
end
not
of the
giving
day,
him benefit
you
of
get
doubt.
no points for trying, na.
Exactly. No, I
You lost
but-
the game
no,
because of the 30
No, but
balls that he-
he's showing whatever he's actually trying to walk the talk. No, he's not trying to knock the ball.
But
Just
that's been
I
the
agree.
problem with him. He's the only one who's trying to follow
Exactly.
that template,
So
and that is the reason why he's out of the
But
team.
and so
that
that's why
doesn't
the
justify that.
no, but the string of
At the
low
end of the day,
scores.
see, Harshit,
There's only two.
I mean,
No,
No
Harshit,
way,
at
yaar,
the
if
end of
I
the
am-
day, you have to get a
You
score
have to
sheet.
get a run.
yes,
You get a
yes.
score sheet at
Yes.
the end of every
Effort
match.
doesn't make anything. If somebody tells me like if there's a team and I'm the coach of the team and two guys will say no, I'm going to try, I will keep getting run, they go every time and they're showing, for example, Rahul Tripathi, every time he is trying, na, but if he's not going to get the runs, I'll tell him out.
Yeah.
I can't just go keep you in the team because you have great intentions. So if Rohit Sharma also shows great intention that is going to, but the runs don't come, there's no justification. On the other hand, the other guy, if getting me runs, then I might as well keep a guy who's getting me runs, whatever his intentions or not. So unless you give me everybody who will play at 200 strike rate, I have those many
See,
batsmen. I'll
And
take
if
that.
you are going to continue with these players for 10 years, no disrespect, they've served Indian cricket for a very long time and perhaps they've been the best white ball cricketers of all time. Of course, there is a Sachin Tendulkar also.
Yeah.
But still, you know, it is time. There was a time when Sachin also knew his time has come.
There was a time we only questioned Sachin.
Exactly.
And every one of us.
And if you are going to continue with these players, what will happen to the likes of Yashasvi Jaiswal? What will happen to, when will they get opportunities? Yashasvi Jaiswal don't get swayed by his recent performances in the IPL, but you know, he's been scoring runs, because I am a firm believer that just on the basis of one season, you should not get a direct entry into the Indian team, because you're sending a wrong message to the entire country, to the entire lot of those budding cricketers. Yashasvi Jaiswal has been scoring runs. He got runs in Syed Mushtaq. I don't think he played those many games in Vijay Hazare. Ranji Trophy, he was pretty decent. Then Irani Cup, he got a double 100. Duleep Trophy, he got a double 100. He's been scoring runs for the last 2 years. Last season, he was taken off by Rajasthan Royals after initial first few games. You know, he came back.
Yes.
He got a second opportunity. He made use of that. He's worked a lot on his cricket in the last few years. And these, you need to get these people. And why are they playing in this fashion? Because they know the cricket, especially white ball cricket, has changed a lot. Virat Kohli, I doubt the kind of numbers that he has. Nobody has those sort of numbers. But then there is time. There is an expiry date to everything. That format, the template has to change.
See, my basic assumption in that Virat Kohli thing is 2015 to 19, he was a different player, because he would attack a lot more. He would be in that zone where he'd be scoring consistently. Now that slump happened from 2020 to 2022. What happened in that slump? He tried to attack, but he couldn't get the runs. He was trying to be that old Virat of 16, 17, 18, but it was not happening. What happened after that? He decided, okay, I have to bat deep. I have to play the anchor role. That is why now I will have to get back to scoring runs. It worked for a couple of games in IPL 2022, which we said, you remember the one game that we all criticized upon, GT versus RCB. Why that game was very important? Because Virat scored a 50. It was his first 50 in the IPL after a long time.
No.
59 or 53 when he had hit.
But
last year.
Last
IPL
year,
2022.
I don't remember what happened this
IPL
year.
2022. But remember, 59 or 53.
No, but Siddharth, I'm getting the point, whatever phase that you're talking about, also there's not too much of a difference. That's what I'm trying to say. What he's doing now to what you're talking about then, there isn't too much of a difference in how he's playing. Yes, the way you're looking at cricket right now may have changed in the last 5 years. Is what I'm saying.
It has.
Yeah. So I'm saying it's not that suddenly he was this one guy who could play in gear number 6 and suddenly he's decided to
But
play in
Nikhil,
gear
you'll
3.
have to
No.
admit, Virat was much
better.
Much better than the kind of confidence. You know, at that time, you
Yeah,
tell me
I
one
think-
leg spinner who gets
Sure,
intimidated by
sure.
Virat Kohli now.
I'm saying, see, that minor change would have happened, but I'm saying the crux of our discussion today is his strike rate. I have not seen too much of a difference. Yeah, he may not be as dominating as earlier, or maybe those certain shots that you see may not be, but I'm giving you cold, hard, facts and numbers. You just take a look at that and there isn't too much of a difference. I'm saying what has happened is, I'll give an example. Just go 4-5 years ago only, where was this talk about playing T20 cricket in this way? MS Dhoni's Chennai used to keep showing you winning T20 tournament year after year, playing conventional cricket. You drop anchor.
Chennai has changed the template.
Correct, nah, but that's what I'm trying to say. So that's happened 4-5 years. Is what I'm trying to tell you is that argument would hold true that he's trying to play for his runs or putting team if he has changed. I'm saying he's not changed. He's that. Yes, with years, maybe he will not have those kind of reflexes, those slight things might change. But I'm saying his approach to cricket, his batting is same. He's not now saying, okay, now I'll change and just get my runs and forget about the team. He's still like that. Maybe the way we look at T20 cricket has changed in the last 4 years. It has changed a lot.
Virat
I don't
also
think.
has changed. I agree with you. Cricket has changed, definitely. Test cricket has changed, ODI cricket has changed, T20 cricket has changed, but so has Virat Kohli's abilities. You will and that happens with everybody. And it happens with
Abilities, yes, but has his mindset then changed? I'll because
when your ability changes, I think your mindset will also change.
Yes.
Because then you have to remodel a lot of things. You have to Tendulkar, for example, throughout his career, he's had so many injuries. He has had to make so many changes in his technique, the way he would bat, the bat he would use, the weight of his bat has changed. So many things changed, and that is how you innovate or improvise. 24 years is a very long time. So cricket has changed. Virat's ability as a batsman has also changed, and that is the reason. Otherwise, Virat, this era, nobody even comes close to Virat. Nobody, as in nobody, when it comes to cricket in the last 10 odd years.
That 3-year slump changed everything. It changed his outlook, changed his mindset. Yes. Because then we wouldn't, in that era, when did we ever talk about him slowing down against spin or against reaching a milestone? Never.
Things can turn around. Like there was no handshake
Shivam,
in the last game. Can we have those pictures on the big
We've mugged
screen?
it up by this.
Can we? Can you have those pictures and can you cut to those pictures big screen? Oh, so everyone can see. No, the first ones that you showed us.
क्या रे?
हाँ.
हाथ क्यों नहीं मिलाया रे?
This one. So
I was
can you cut to it?
110% sure.
You can cut like this also. How does it matter? Okay, so we will show you the pictures once they are ready. As said, things change. If you all remember what happened in the last, because we're all looking at other contexts, other side shows, what happened in the game.
Many angles.
What happened in the game, Gargi, in the previous game between Delhi and
Arey
RCB?
yaar, haven't given you the breaking news.
What's the breaking news?
Arey yaar, you people have been beating around the bush. The big controversy.
How about you? Meanwhile, tell quickly till the time you.
Yeah, go to this thing. Acha, after you. First.
No, but tell us what.
Okay, yes. In the last game against DC, after, when RCB was on the field, there were a lot of videos going around of Virat walking back to the boundary while also staring Saurav Ganguly in the face. But that was a tricky angle because it was from Virat.
Yeah, forget that.
Yeah.
What happened in the handshake?
In the handshake, oh lovely. Two teams colliding. Okay, Virat.
You don't want to see. You keep going. No,
Yeah.
Purana visuals nahi dekhna. You just want to see today's visuals. That's all. हाँ.
Okay, of course. Virat Kohli was talking to Ricky Ponting, shaking hands. Saurav Ganguly was next in line. Virat Kohli was about to shake his hand, but Saurav Ganguly went out of line because Ricky Ponting had called him and extended
Virat
the
was talking.
Yeah, extended the conversation basically. And Saurav Ganguly saw his chance and stepped out of the queue.
What has happened today? Can we see those pictures? The pictures that everyone was waiting for. There's another one after this. So
A
this is
result can also change
the first
mindsets and angles, right?
so they have shook hands.
Shook hands.
So see, things change.
Yeah.
You shake hands, you make up.
Yeah.
Exactly.
A result and mindset can also change, no?
And who knows? RCB and Lucknow might meet in one of the final games, and all of them shake hands and forget about it.
Yeah.
Though, by the way, today I saw one visual. I don't know if any one of you have seen that from that game. Are you going to show that? No.
No.
There's one visual. I don't know if any one of you saw that visual. Just someone again on Twitter must have tagged me, and I saw it. There's an image of. Remember, we kept looking at different angles, arguments. There is one where, in the end, we left it at when KL Rahul and Virat had a long conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah, did you see that?
Oh, I saw it.
Yeah.
I saw it. The
I
one
didn't
at
see
the-
it.
Which one where Gambhir is going up the stairs?
No, KL Rahul asked Naveenullah.
Yeah. I didn't see that.
बात कर. अरे यार भागे यहाँ से.
I saw today.
Naveenullah.
That's been there.
So basically,
There's-
so nothing much. There's nothing controversial here. So basically, Naveen Ulhaq on his Instagram, he's posted a picture with Gautam Gambhir, his team mentor, with
Go to that.
LSG.
Haan.
Yeah, actually you can show it on full screen.
And then you keep explaining.
हाँ तो let that image. हाँ
Naveen Ulhaq Instagram.
Naveen Ulhaq Instagram.
Okay.
I think it would be better.
Sorry, she was saying something meanwhile. You can finish.
There was also a video later in the game when Gautam Gambhir was going up the stairs and someone was
No. That wasn't that game. That was the game after.
Oh really?
Yes.
They were chanting Kohli.
Yeah,
Kohli.
Yeah, he was just looking up that
Yeah.
death stare that he was having. Yeah.
So basically, this image, there's
can we
nothing
cut to
great, or as in just two people from the same franchise standing together. Gautam Gambhir, the mentor of LSG, and Naveen ul Haq, now famous for that, not brawl.
Yeah, but I would want you to say that he's famous for his bowling this season.
No, but he is more famous for that.
No, but that was a side.
you have
I
to
don't
agree.
like it.
He-
He's been
he's-
such an
he has-
outstanding
he's
bowler.
been sensational. He has
We will do a
been-
disservice to him if we
No, I
remember him for that.
completely agree with you. I completely agree with you. He has been sensational.
Yeah.
But a lot of people may not know Naveen ul Haq, who
Acha,
don't
not the
follow-
cricket nuts.
Exactly, who don't follow cricket that much.
Yeah.
Now they also know who Naveen ul Haq.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, this guy has had to face all those abuses also, because there was a stage where he had to block his comments because he was being called out, called as a terrorist, or so many names. Anyways, so he has posted a picture with Gautam Gambhir, and look at the caption. So he is saying, true people.
No, treat people.
Sorry. Yeah, my eyesight, So treat people the way you want to be treated. Talk to people the way you want to be talked to. With GOAT. And Gautam Gambhir replies, Be who you are, never change. And go to view replies.
Go to view replies. Yeah.
No, nothing. I think he's saying 100%, sir.
Okay.
Let's see.
By
You
the
can't
way,
click.
You can.
but the never.
Okay, 100. I think that's a 100 emoji.
Yeah, 100.
Yeah, he's saying
sir.
100%, sir.
By the way, the interesting bit with Gautam's comment that never changes in quotes. So extra emphasis on never change, saying this never change is not the metaphorically never changed which you say. This never change is literal. So clear indication as the way you were, you stuck to your beliefs and you stood up in that issue. Just be like that. Don't change. See, he's put it in quotes. Like take it literally. Interesting.
Doesn't it sound a bit similar to what Virat had said post game, that video?
If you
what?
cannot give it, don't do it. So
If you cannot take it, don't give it.
Don't
and if
give it,
you
yeah.
want to give it, then you should know how to take it.
Yeah.
Oh, so you say, yeah.
It sounds
Though
kinda,
yeah.
different thing.
different and ironical, but that's another day altogether.
First you fight on the field, then you fight on social media. Then
That's ironical coming from Virat.
Or has that
Then you
never
win.
changed? Has that never change come from maybe some Virat Kohli post or story today in which the caption carried never change?
No, that's like too much of a conjecture. Was it like that?
But I'm sure this is directed towards.
Yeah. It's a
Very
no-brainer.
obvious.
No-brainer. Absolutely. No-brainer at all.
You should do an explainer.
A full investigation, tracking back
Forensic
all
experts.
Instagram posts.
So basically, Siddharth now has but Siddharth has come to a conclusion.
Has
that for
immortalized
this-
himself.
for this loss, for this seven wickets.
Yeah.
For this 7-wicket loss,
He's blamed only one
only
man.
one person has to.
By the way, do you know what's trending
But
on Twitter? King Kohli.
that's fine.
That will always trend.
How does it happen? Yeah?
Why?
Too
People
many
talk about it.
Tweeting
Huh?
about it.
People talk about King Kohli.
Can we see what the
By the
tweets
way,
are
the
like?
other trend is Virat Kohli trending with Dada.
That's actually
Because of
good.
you
Just
showed
click
that
on Virat
video
Kohli.
and you're discussing about that. So
Ah.
King Kohli is trending.
Because 7,000 runs, na?
When
7,000 runs.
when we met today, when we met Dada today, so I wanted to take a picture with him while shaking hands. So unfortunately I couldn't, but and then more to come in the evening. I wanted to
Write
Caption
that.
it.
post it in, because I knew this would happen. It can't happen twice in the same season.
Yeah.
And whatever said and done, Dada is a mature guy. There are times when and he's also an aggressive person, but with age he's also he knows how to behave, and you never know, maybe he actually wanted to avoid that situation that day, where he decided, as she said, he stepped out of that queue and Dada and chose not to shake it. That was pretty intentional. And I wouldn't.
By the way, I want to talk one thing. You can show this also, that at the end of the game there was a bit of aji-baji between Phil Salt and Siraj. But I at one point felt that why is it that RCB is only getting into these heated exchange with most teams? But did you also notice that Virat was quite calm today in the field?
Exactly.
Throughout the
You know, that's why I'm saying, it seems that he has mellowed down.
But
After
you
that
can't
incident.
make that just. Oh, okay, but
Maybe
it
was
could be just for.
intentional. Are you saying it is intentional?
No, I thought that after all the glare and all the controversy that happened, clearly he was conscious about how he's going to be today on the field. That's for sure. He was much more mellowed. He was very conscious because he knew cameras would be on him for everything, and he didn't want to continue in that aggressive fashion that you saw.
How
last
could he be aggressive and mellow on the field today when his entire bowling unit let him down? It would have looked foolish if he had done that kind of
Oh, so
aggressive
you're
behavior.
saying if they were close and say they were picking up wickets
yeah.
regularly,
Yes.
he was going down.
Yes.
He would have been like
Yes.
that.
I don't think
to
Virat
start
Kohli
with,
would
he
have
could-
cared that the cameras were on him and he was.
No, it matters.
I don't think
It matters, yeah.
he wears
You're-
heart on his sleeve. He doesn't care.
I
Yeah,
think it was intentional today.
I
to
think he
be-
was
that's-
extra on guard.
that's so bright.
Which is natural. It'll happen with you and I also. If there is a lot of criticism that comes your way or discussion, whether it's in your favor or against, it's natural that you try and be very conscious about that thing.
And knowing that it was a game against DC, maybe he would have thought, yeah, I don't want unnecessary headlines or whatever. So I'll just
Two
be.
back-to-back games, one with
Yeah.
Gautam Gambhir, the other with Saurav Ganguly. If you do it twice in as many games, then people will say, यार
Yeah. Why is it happening?
यही इसी के साथ क्यों होता है?
Yeah.
So even that day, the one common denominator in all of those bust ups was Virat Kohli. Then at some point with Kyle Mayers he was there, with Naveen Ulak he was there, with KL Rahul he was there, with.
But when Virat does this to the Australians, then we say, this is how you deal with the Australians. This is how you deal with.
No, you've been at the receiving end, no?
No, but I'll tell you, there is a big difference there.
Because
Well, no, in that case, and I also like Virat when he's like, see, when you're the underdog or you're being attacked and you stand up, then it is good. I like that. If you're standing up for your, rightful position, that is good. But what happened, I'm sorry to what happened last time was not standing up rightfully for your thing, it was bullying.
it was
You were bullying there. So nobody likes anyone bullying anybody.
was-
and to me it looked like it was bullying.
it looked like provocation to me.
Yeah.
It wasn't passion, it was provocation if you ask me.
It was
also
bullying. It was
depends
plain and simple
which
bullying.
side of the subject or which side are you on? Because this is franchise cricket. Normally, when you're playing against it, when it is nation versus nation, when you also know maybe there is a scope where your team or your players may have done something wrong, you would tend to stand with them. Not entirely, even if they, like for example, what they did in Australia, South Africa, KL Rahul intentionally saying 11 men against
Yeah.
the entire country.
That is to rile up.
at Johannesburg in the
Yeah.
Newlands.
That was KL, no?
Yeah.
That was KL, not Virat. Virat also
in
said
Newlands.
a lot of players, in fact, said a lot of things.
Yeah.
Ashwin also was there.
Yes.
Ashwin was there.
But that was tactical. They was trying to rile the team up and
Rishabh was also there.
which is still a different thing that's happening compared to what you saw in that game. That got ugly. I don't know. Last game, what was happening was really in bad taste.
We were talking about it
Not
that
so
day.
much what happened off the field, but more so what happened on the field.
Yeah.
Off the field, I thought was still milder.
I mean,
compared to
see,
what happened.
I don't know why RCB they have loose cannons. I mean, somewhere loose cannons. Because I don't know what Phil Salt would have said under his lip. Maybe that slipped away from our audio, this thing or whatever. But Siraj going after him was unnecessary because it was a wide. Firstly, it was a wide. Anyway, you had not gotten off to a great start. So, are you trying to justify the fact that okay, I'll be aggressive with you, I'll put you off your game? If that is a tactical ploy that you're employing, I'm sorry, boss.
But
it's
I
not
think
happening.
with Siraj, that's the thing. I think he does like to feed off that little bit of, aji baji or that little bit of friction. Let's say that he could very well.
Sometimes it looks good, if it happens
It
very
doesn't.
often. Yeah. Like
I
it
mean,
happened
Virat
today.
Kohli's aggression every single time is not good, as we saw in the LSG game. It's not good all the time.
No, that was pretty okay until he crossed the line. The other day, in fact, Nikhil and I were on a show where we had Gautam Gambhir's coach, and in fact, both of us agreed to what he said. He said that was the plan.
Yeah.
That was always the plan for Virat Kohli, that this is what he's going to do, and it paid off.
Okay, let's take a lot of comments. We don't have to answer all because some of them are just comments and not questions. So Sharon says, because we spent a lot of time in our discussion, at least the first half an hour, 40 minutes on Virat Kohli and his strike rate. If you're joining us live right now, you can go back to the start of the video and check that out. We had a very detailed discussion, very varied and different opinions from all of us. So no, I've not taken the comment. Yeah, so Sharon says, if this is the assessment of RCB's dream of winning the title, it will only be a dream and not a reality. Virat Kohli's strike rate is now a problem. Sharon's of that opinion. SP Roy says, justice is served. He says, Rahul, you were correct about Destiny's Child. He had the last laugh. This satisfied my heart even more than a KKR victory. Let's go. Is he talking about Ganguly and
Virat at
Virat?
RCB at Chinnaswamy.
Yeah, and we all know that SP Roy is a big KKR fan. So.
But Dada is a Destiny's Child. That was in some other context. That wasn't for Virat Kohli episode. Let's
Okay.
get over
Rakesh Bhushan says, Sid, please chew your words against DC because you backed RCB. Is that why he's saying that? But Rakesh, he's going to get flagged from both sides. SP Roy again says, handshakes done. Happy to see maturity from both sides. What about Siraj's attitude? Last man also he did this. Even today needs to cool it down. We've discussed.
He was the one who started the fire initially.
Yeah.
But I would still prefer what happened today. After the game, Siraj and Phil Salt hugged each other. It's not that they decided not to shake hands again. So this is better.
Agreed. Harman Dehal says, feeling happy for Ponting. Only reason he supports Delhi is love is still for Punjab, but Delhi for Ricky Ponting. And Gargi, which team do you support? We all know, but Gargi, you can say it.
Sadly,
The team that
RCB.
And she's saying sadly RCB.
we lost now today. That's fine.
So basically, she also doesn't support.
No. She's
I supported, but of course.
She's saying sadly today we lost.
Sadly, yeah.
She's always on a prayer. Whenever RCB plays, she's always on a prayer.
living on a prayer.
Living on a prayer. That's
But
how
that's-
RCB fans are. They are on a
Too
prayer.
much sledging you're doing of RCB fan, despite the fact that you were supporting
Picked them in the top 4 also.
I picked them in
I'm
top
still happy.
And I'm still wondering how can he say that Virat plays only for his
records and not his.
for his records, form, and
Proof is in the pudding.
let the team be damned in Siddharth's words.
Ronak Goel says, will Prithvi play again this year? Is he worse than the likes of Ripple, Aman and Manish? I think DC should continue Prithvi. He's a rare talent, but Ronak, no chance. After what Phil Salt's done today, no chance he comes back. The rest of the batsmen are lower order batsmen.
And
so-
even Aman Khan's knock against GT, that proved to be very crucial.
Yeah.
So
Plus, they're playing a different role.
And Prithvi Shaw, you never know, he might be offloaded next season.
You're also
Yeah,
rare.
Also because not just as a batsman or not getting runs, it's also about the attitude.
Yeah.
What? Did something happen? Because there were stories from the DC camp that people were pulled up and this and that at the party.
Party.
I don't know.
Imagine earlier, when the IPL started, these were official parties. Remember? After party.
Yeah, I've attended a
after
few.
match party. Exactly.
Yeah, those days we used to get invites.
Your entertainment
Team. No, we also
remember,
got we used to have a show. Yeah.
Yeah.
That too. So that forget IPL party. In those days,
parties they
biggest
used
the
to be.
Bollywood stars would invite.
Yeah.
Because if they didn't go there, the party
What
didn't
scenes?
happen. Because that was a day, that was a time before Viral Bhavani and Viral or whatever.
Viral Bhayani.
Viral Bhayani and all of
Is it
these
not
guys.
viral?
Viral.
Viral.
Gujarati name, bhai.
Viral or
Viral.
Viral, whatever is pronunciation. Him and a lot of other that Paps weren't there, na. So in those days you wouldn't get to see. The only time you had to, that show had to.
And there was one person who would report all this. Remember his name?
Not one, there were many.
No, there was one, IPL Insider. What was that?
No, that was
KKR guy.
Yeah. No, that was nobody. You don't know who that guy was. He was a Bangalore-based techie who actually later came out with a book, and he actually had nothing to do with the IPL.
Yes.
He was never even in any parties. All of it that he would write was just make-believe fictional stuff. But because he knew each player and the personality, he knew that these things can happen. So great imagination, by the way. All of it.
Yeah, now I remember he came up with a book also.
Yes.
What was the name?
Yes.
What was the name of that guy?
It was.
IPL Insider? No.
He had a name for each player also, which was like bang on. Yeah. But that was all fiction.
Yeah. Srisan.
Yeah, I know. I know. That was IPL
2009, I suppose. The one in South Africa.
Yeah.
And a lot of people, in fact, thought this could be the guy. Could be the guy.
No, we did a story and we got few people on the phone to confirm that it's not them. You know, the people that they were pointing fingers at, we got them on a phono.
In fact, a lot of people actually thought at one stage that it could be Akash Chopra.
Yeah.
But
But it was not. It was just a guy. Imagine a guy sitting so far away from all of this, but his figment of his imagination, he would write these blogs, which in those days would spread like wildfire. I don't think the word viral existed then.
Yeah.
Gunta.
Siddharth, give him an answer.
Manchester Rising.
Manchester Rising.
Okay.
Give him an answer.
So players like VK never play for themselves. RCB bats shallow. So one of the top four has to hold, else they crumble. Setting targets is always tricky. Unfair, Sid. Only one bhajan for you. O palan hare nirgun no nyare. Tumre bin hamra kono nahi.
No, but
And
he's
why is
right. So he's saying the batting order was like that. That's why Virat has to.
But even when RCB were still dependent on only 3 people back in those days, Virat batted in a different way.
No, it's similar. You showed
No,
strike rates.
no.
I showed you.
And why is it that Virat has to take that role? Why?
That's the think tank has decided, na?
What is the
When you are hired by RCB in that think tank, then you can change the play. But
Arey,
right now, it's that think tank.
It
which
is
has
about
decided.
the ability Manchester Rising. We've already spoken a lot on this issue.
Yeah, you can
It
go
is
back.
about the ability. Virat is no longer the same Virat that he used to be. He is not the same confident player that he used to be. Players do not get intimidated with Virat, bowlers anymore to that extent. Of course, they also want to get rid of Virat as early as possible. But I have my doubts because, Virat playing right till the end may not get the same score that he used to get during his heyday.
Shubham Gar says they do not have confidence in the middle order. They want an anchor to ensure they don't collapse this season. RCB has lowest run rate in the last 5 overs. That shows that they collapse in all matches after the KGF get out. That's why he has to play like that. It's a valid point which I pointed out.
Carry on.
So that is what? That
There is
dream of winning an IPL title remains with you.
It's actually true that, every time he makes a point about RCB, he's only looking at her. Every time. Yeah.
No. No way. No. That's unfair.
You should look there and make the point.
Exactly.
But I'm listening to you guys. I can't look at them.
But when you are talking,
This is your year.
Whenever he's talking about Virat Kohli, he's looking
I'm
right.
scared because of the reaction that I'll get. I'm only
don't
scared.
be scared. That's one thing you should not be. Don't be scared.
You hear from your ear.
Saurabh Mukherjee says he is just a stat padder. He did this in the T20 World Cup
I never said
semi-final.
this.
He knows because of who he is, no one will touch him. RCB can keep him, but India doesn't want him anymore. Saurabh Mukherjee is talking about Virat Kohli. Again, an opinion.
Yeah.
Karthik says opener with field restrictions advantage can't have a strike rate less than 150.
I agree.
Karthik. A commentator said no hit Sharma. That was Chika who said that today while commentating. Is he hitting below the belt, or that is how commentating has also changed with the game? But I'm saying if we, I don't know about how commentators, but we at least say whatever is supposed to be said. And maybe in commentary also they are realizing no point being politically correct. You have to say things the way they are. And now that there's competition between broadcasters also.
But no hit Sharma, I think, is below the belt. And I doubt if any other commentator would have said this. Because Chika, Chris Srikanth is doing the kind of stuff that not a lot of people will also do on camera. He's a 1983 World Cup winner. huge respect. But how old would he be now? 65,
Yeah.
70?
65,
No, less than 70. He was younger.
70. Yeah, that's what he's younger than?
A lot of the 83 players.
Kapil Paji hasn't crossed 70, no?
No. Yes, he's 63.
He's
I told
63,
I told you
yeah.
he's younger.
So, he's been dancing around. That's good fun. Now, I think television has also changed. The coverage of sports and entertainment has also changed. So, but I still feel as a former cricketer, you should see, or you should, just think about what you're saying first. As he said, who did you say? Oh, loose cannons. You said loose cannons.
RCB bowlers.
RCB bowlers. Yeah.
RCB, no bowlers.
I'm saying
RCB.
let's not be loose cannons. You can, I think you can say a lot of other things than no hit Sharma.
And today he went after DK also, by the way, Chika.
What did he say?
I think he said that he's not a wicket keeper, he's a goalkeeper.
Yeah, he missed a.
He dropped 2 chances, missed easy take, and
Still fine.
Okay, Manchester Rising is saying Stokes, Bairstow, Roy, Brook have lesser T20 strike rate than BK.
Virat Kohli is a better cricketer than all of them.
yeah.
Palash Swami says, I think franchises should rest Shami and Siraj as they're important players for the WTC final. I'm worried that they'll get burned out if they play all the matches. That's not going to happen, Palash.
Franchisees?
Yeah. And especially the franchises right now, they're all fighting to be in the top 4. I doubt they'll do it. GT, maybe if they are assured of a top 2 spot, maybe one game here and there, they may rest him. Which anyway, irrespective of WTC, I think Shami would need some rest. But
Because GT are playing LSG tomorrow, and they win that, they are almost all but certain to make it to the playoffs.
21st of May. Nothing before that.
Yeah.
Piyush Nandre is saying, anybody read that book, How to Detox Your Ego? Anybody? No.
Reading it for the first time.
Love Karan Tour from the US. Realistically, top 4 teams according to the panel, keeping in mind games to come.
You want all the 4 names or just 2 or 3?
Just
all
pick
4, yeah.
All 4?
quickly.
Okay, GT, CSK, RR, RCB.
Okay, let's get 2 more. Harshit and
Top 3 as he said, but instead of RCB, LSG.
Yeah, similar.
to what Harshit said.
You said RCB and LSG. No,
There's no RCB.
LSG.
There's LSG, there's GT, there is RR, and there is CSK.
You want me to give 2 names, right?
4.
4. Okay, RR, GT, LSG, and CSK.
Okay, done. Abhay Singh wants to know, so the problem with Virat is that he is struggling against spin. Yeah, we pointed that out. He's trying to attack pace bowlers, but he's getting out trying to do so. Very harsh to call him selfish for getting his Park T20 innings recently. But I'll just tell you one thing about Abhay about that inning, as we were all pointing out, that there will be games, and that game was one such, I think one of the best T20 knocks I've seen. I was lucky enough to be in the ground. But I think those games will be there, and those games will suit Virat, and those games also he'll win. The problem is that not too many of those kind of games will happen in T20 cricket, if you know what I mean. I think he's best suited to win you such games amongst all the batters that you have. But you have to do a percentage thing here. How many such games will you come across in T20 cricket?
And different context. Here he was setting the total. There he was chasing. There's no doubts about Virat the chaser. He was always a great player while chasing. There's no doubts about that.
But that was one-off game, as Nikhil said.
Yeah.
If you
And
look
those
at
will
the
be rare
IPL,
games.
it's
You
now
won't get games like that.
RCB has played 10 games. If you see those high-scoring games,
See,
As
against
Virat.
Mumbai, he chased well. He batted very well. 82 he made against
but
Mumbai Indians.
how many were they chasing? 160?
170, 75.
170 is no longer a big chase.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Those kind
Any
of games.
score beyond 200, 210, 220, you get that score sheet out. I have my doubts if Virat has done good there.
Okay, Love Karan Tour says, could Punjab actually have SRK come out at number 3 since he's just getting 5-6 deliveries at the end and he could smack spinners too?
Not in the current form that he's in.
Well, he's in decent form.
But again, not
is one or
that
two
kind
games,
of form. 1 or 2.
I agree.
But he's not getting too many deliveries, so
Yes.
that's another downside also. So, yeah. Are we done? Done with all? Chalo, come out of it then. To click, one second. Just come out. Okay. Just stop. Akash Bhardwaj says, peak Virat or peak Butler. Who will you pick in a knockout game? Answer your question.
Peak Joss Butler for me.
I'm going to go peak Virat.
Peak Joss Butler.
I go peak Virat because the peak of Butler's hardly been there. I mean,
In T20s?
Yeah.
Are you sure? Peak
Yeah,
Virat or peak Butler? Who will you pick in a knockout game? Answer the question. Now he's not said T20.
Let's assume
think
he's
T20,
T20.
yeah.
In T20, Joss Butler.
Joss.
I'll go with Virat because, as I said, Joss Butler 1 or 2 seasons where he's done that well. As I said, you have to do it for a sustained period of time. I think Virat's done it much longer.
In
than Butler.
T20 World Cups, he's been
Butler,
fantastic.
we got all excited. Look at Butler's season this season. Yeah, we got all excited with that one season.
No, but this is
He
IPL,
was
na?
outstanding.
What
Even-
mattered? He's see. David Warner, I know maybe this is the end of David Warner, but last IPL season also he was struggling. He was struggling.
No, David Warner I would go because David Warner.
Won you the-
No, but David Warner did that for a sustained period of time. For Butler to be reaching that level of a Warner or a Gale or a Kohli, these are like certified legends.
Ben Stokes or Virat Kohli.
But completely
In
different
white ball
roles.
cricket.
Completely different roles. Completely different
Still,
roles.
who would you want
This
to
is a
have in
white ball cricket. If it's ODI cricket, I go with Virat. More
Knockouts,
consistent.
only knockouts.
Yeah, but still Virat. Yeah. Because far longer of sustained.
ICC tournaments.
Even ICC has had incredible batting. Yeah.
Virat,
Won you 2 World Cups.
Yeah, but just you'll
Ben
remember.
Stokes has
You'll
won you 2
remember.
World Cups by the way.
The ODI World Cup you remember for that knock that he played in the
Absolutely.
final. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But like that you'll remember like some outstanding knocks that Virat's played, like in T20 World Cups he's played.
He's-
Won you the title 2016,
2014,
2014 exactly.
both the semis and the finals. And 2022, even in
Even
the
this yeah, and in your just now the Australia World Cup also the Park game. I mean I'm just saying not necessarily
No,
final.
that wasn't a knockout.
No, not knockout.
Ben
I'm saying-
Stokes against what game was that against New Zealand?
yeah, final of 2019 World Cup, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
And
No, not 2019.
22 against Pakistan, final.
Again, Ben Stokes.
Yeah.
And then even a game before
Sri Lanka,
against
Sydney.
Against Sri Lanka also, Ben Stokes. So the sample size, even Ben Stokes.
Yeah. But
sample
it
size
was
is
a
pretty
it was a
good,
very short sort of a knock that he played.
Which one?
Against Sri Lanka in this
But it
T20
was a very
World.
important.
It was
knock.
crucial.
It
Run
was
a
under
ball.
pressure.
Run a ball.
It seemed as and
Run a ball.
at the other end
But-
he was losing wickets.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, but not like the knocks that I spoke about Virat's. Yeah, they're like big knocks.
See, Virat in ICC ODI
Final.
World Cups,
I'm
he
saying
struggled.
Too many.
He's
If
done
you
it in
take
a
out,
final, huh?
if you make a list of the number of games, one ICC game.
No, obviously because Virat has
Correct.
has been
That's
playing
what I'm
for
saying.
quite a long time. He will have more number of games.
Exactly.
But then if you look at
Exactly.
the limited number of games or the knockout games in ICC tournaments that Ben Stokes has played, you know,
We can take out that list. Top of my head. I
Yeah,
think-
see, top of my head, if I look at it, 2011 and 2013 Champions Trophy and World Cup, Kohli's contributions were middling. In fact, Kohli was a top scorer in that final. But 15 ODI World Cup, 19 ODI World Cup, unfortunately, he didn't do well.
Yeah.
In the semi-final.
17 final.
Yeah, 17 final.
Yeah. No, but like if you just take out just one game or the final for that matter.
No, I'm
like,
just saying knockout games.
yeah,
ICC
but is that
tournaments.
it's not that Stokes did very well.
He's done. He's won you.
That one knock, no?
You
That-
can actually count it as 2. One he played in the
No, that's
Super over.
That's one. One.
Oh man, what a match that was.
Okay, go down, please. Anything more? Akash will pick Ben Stokes ahead of Virat Kohli. And
only in ICC knockouts. If you look at the entire career last 10 years, I think nobody comes close to.
Okay,
Virat.
Prathamesh says emotional Indian fans only running behind Virat's park knock, but they don't understand what is the long-term solution for Team India. Definitely not Virat Kohli. Yeah, Prakash Jha says the problem with us is that we find numbers to justify. Then why you criticize KL? He also
Absolutely right.
Yes.
and
Absolutely
intent.
right,
Yeah,
Prakash.
I agree. Chalo, on that note, tomorrow there's supposed to be a
Double header.
Yeah, there is GT LSG and SRH versus RR.
there's no KKR tomorrow.
KKR is on Monday.
Chalo, thank you. Long discussion we've had. We've started close to an hour and a half ago. Is it? Yeah. So,
Did we?
Yep.
Wow.
It just flew by. So,
So,
go
so
back.
the match got over early. There was, remember, 4 overs to spare.
11:05.
Yeah.
So we just
1 hour 15 minutes.
chalo ji,
Yeah.
good night, tata, bye bye.
No, not 11:05. I think we started before that.
I think we started 11:50, 55.
Yeah. So
10:55.
10:55. Yeah. Chalo. See you guys. Take care. Wanna come? If you've just joined us late, go back. The juice is right up on top. Start the
Very juicy things being said.
Yeah, yeah.
Bye bye.
Nandri.
Orange.